every 10 people at those protests looks like a prepper.
Oh, yeah.
So they lasted 5 whole weeks in their bunker before they got stir crazy and came out and said they're trying to take our guns. What happens if there was a nuclear winter? These they're like spent all of their worldly possessions on a bloody hole in the ground to survive.
Holes.
And they can't last 2 months in their bunker. They're useless.
Now, they had to storm and go, hang on a minute, my freedom is impinged.
Yeah, that's it.
You're the one who decided to hide in a hole like Winnie the Pooh, right?
Yeah.
With your ass sticking out, okay?
But this should have been the ultimate test for all these preppers.
But I don't have honey.
I can't shoot an AR-15 in a small enclosed room.
No, you know exactly what would have happened. I'm going to tell you this right now. There's only so many times you can load, unload, and clean the barrel and mechanisms of an AR-15 before you...
I got to go shoot something.
No, I need to just at least threaten to shoot somebody.
Now,
I can't believe it. Like, here's the big thing that I want to talk about. We're still not out of restrictions in Australia. We're in stage 1 currently. And that may change in 2 weeks, I think.
It could go either way yet.
If there's enough, and the word for the day is dumb f***ery. That's it. I think we've decided.
Dumb f***ery.
Yeah, no, COVID-19 dumb f***ery. That's it. That's the title. Sorry if it offends you, but that's what it is. And if you're a dumb well, we're talking about your dumb f***ery. 5G. This shit pisses me off. How? And I'm not saying hello in native Indian.
No, you're not. You're asking why would a mobile phone carrier signal be blamed for COVID-19?
Why around the world are they knocking down and trying to destroy 5G towers?
Okay.
Explain this to me. You're the scientist out of the two of us. Tell me, define,
all right.
Break down, break it down. No, I want you to dot point the dumb about this. Go.
Bill Gates.
Bill and Melinda Gates are trying to find...
Bill Gates, point 1.
Right, keep going.
Illuminati, point 2.
He's not in the Illuminati.
Will you let me point this out? This is serious.
You're digiting. You're not pointing. You're digiting.
Bill Gates, Illuminati. One World Order, created the COVID virus in his virus lab that's working furiously to try and find a cure. Number 5, created 5G because, if you didn't know, Bill Gates is also a telecommunications engineer, apparently. Weaponized COVID-19 to only activate after 5G came online because the 5G wavelength is the exact right wavelength to make COVID-19 active, and then blamed it all on China.
That's the single dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life.
That is why they're knocking down the towers.
Neil deGrasse, please explain to me.
There's no scientific
backing that makes this actually legit.
Okay, you ready? And that was it.
You're telling me that I need to go out and hear crickets in the backyard?
Yeah.
That's the reasoning. Because
the tinfoil hat wearers believe that COVID-19 is a weaponized virus that's triggered by 5G.
Now, wait. I'm going to pause there. Maybe it's a weaponized virus, but it's not caused by 5G.
It's not like...
You can't blame grandpas reading stories via FaceTime to their grandchildren in Gippsland, Victoria using 5G. Oh, that's weaponized. It's not weaponized. No. It's stupid. That's why I like Telstra's ads. Now, I've worked for Telstra, okay? I see through the bullshit of the Telstra commercial. I get it. I've seen through it. Okay, it's not real. It's not. They've got an ad on at the moment going, if your modem loses signal, then the Telstra modem can take over straight away. So if your line goes down, then the 4G can take over. What they have is a guy playing piano, and then he just gets up and f***s off from the piano, and this other guy just comes on and starts playing the same piece of music. Then they've got another ad saying, most Wi-Fi modems do this. And it's like bubbles going all around this little girl in a blue dress dancing around. But our modem sends the signal directly to your device. F*** off. Bullshit. It's like those commercials for deodorant, for example. No. Well, we've got the beads that spray in there, and then the second you perspire, they explode with a fresh smell. They keep you fresh all day long. No, it doesn't. You know the biggest liars? toothpaste commercials. You see those animations with like, well, this is what the toothpaste actually does. And then it draws like a grid like it's about to fight someone in the Tron movie.
Yeah.
And then,
No, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't. It
No,
doesn't.
fucking
You're lying. Advertising's all lying. Jesus Christ.
And so is this theory. So these people that are perpetrating this bullshit on mainly Facebook, Twitter, and Reddit, Dumbf are basically like, well, okay, so the FBI or CIA or NSA or whoever it is wants to...
Or in excess.
In excess. You too, UB40.
MTV. M&Ms.
They've created this virus, which is a bioweapon, which it could be. Like, because there's been a lot of talk with Trump and his...
Is this China dipping their toe into the bio-warfare sort of...
Maybe. And then everyone's like, oh, it got out of a lab, it got out of control and blah, blah, blah.
It was in the wet market.
Wet market, da-da-da-da-da. And then they've all just lost their collective minds, and they think that it's like an action movie, where the bad guy puts the plastic explosives under the truck and he gets his phone out and he goes, beep, boop, beep, boop, and then the big red detonate button comes up on the screen and he goes, boop, and up it goes. They think Bill Gates is kicking back in his ranch going, beep, boop, COVID, boom. What the actual
I'm surprised that I haven't heard the theory yet, and Reddit is rife with dumb f***ery.
Oh, but yeah, that's...
I'm surprised that they haven't said, oh, Steve Jobs is not dead. He's still making these products. He's the one who's done it. No, Tool. No. You simpleton.
So no, what would it be called? A frequency that is pretty much the same frequency that used to be used for UHF television that we're using for 5G will not activate latent diseases in your blood, and it will not affect mind control.
Hang on, it's the same frequency as UHF terrestrial television broadcasts that used to happen.
More or less, yeah.
That's the frequency.
Give or take.
But we used to have good TV shows on now.
Once upon a time.
Well, back then.
Yeah.
Now we've just got dumb shit.
But the picture wasn't as clear.
I understand that, but... So by taking away that frequency, have we taken away the inclination to actually have smart programming? Is that what you're saying?
Well, we've taken away the smart from somewhere because there's a lot of dumb theories out there at the moment.
People, 5G is not really here yet. Coronavirus is real.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
It's not because of 5G. It's because people didn't do the simple things in life like wash their hands, which has now become the fad.
That's a fad. Why is that a fad, Benny? Like, riddle me this, Batman.
People don't wash their... look, the amount of times, and we've talked about my escapades in the gents, wanting to, mouth the words of, what did I say? My name is Prince.
Oh, yes.
To co-workers.
Yes.
Okay? However, though, the average male toilet, let's face it, it's a sewer.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if the ladies' toilets is different, like whether or not you can eat maple nut ice cream off the seats. There'll be some exceptions, and I'm taking that quote from Paulie Walnuts from Sopranos. However, though, it's a cesspool. I tend now to use footwear that doesn't need laces because I don't want the lace
dragging on the floor,
dragging in urine and shit like that. But 9 times out of 10, you go, like, remember when you used to be able to smoke in a pub?
Yep.
I remember when you used to be able to drink in a pub. Okay, but when you go to the pub and all that kind of thing, like, you're there at the trough, there might be a window or a mirror that you're looking at. So someone walks in, you glance up, you see them, right? Then they don't want to piss anywhere near you especially. They don't want to piss anywhere near you, and then they walk out not washing their hands.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So pubs are it's a really tough thing because by the time you wash your hands inside the washroom in the men's room at a pub, then you grab you grab the inner door, then you grab the outer door, bang. No worry, you shouldn't have even washed your hands.
That sink is probably dirtier than your dick anyway.
Exactly.
Seriously, like someone's pissed in it, they've yacked in it. There's been someone racking up lines of coke on it all night.
That's on the top of the porcelain.
The porcelain, yeah.
But no one, like, blokes got to say don't wash their hands. Now I do because I'm smart, and I've never been to the University of Dumbf at Arsehole Campus, but they just basically, blokes are filthy animals. Now it's all the fad to wash your hands, and everyone's doing it. Like workplaces going, well, remember, you need to wash your hands, and people are thinking, hang on a minute, I scratched my balls and I handled fruit at the supermarket and all that kind of thing, and I'm fine and all that kind of thing. Well, that's the old way now of sharing germs. Nowadays, when everyone's trying to bloody make sure that they're clean and healthy and all that kind of thing, I reckon when bugs come about now, it's going to hit people up the side of the head.
Yeah, because we've got all this antibacterial shit, and back when me and you were pups, we ate dirt and, worms, grass. We were a little
smoked a bit of it.
We were a little bit harder. Like we didn't wrap everything in this non-bacterial hygienic bubble.
I've been saying this for years. Parents going, "Oh, Sebastian, no, come wash your hands," and sorry, Sebastian's got to learn where food grows.
He's got to grow an immune system.
He's got to grow an immune system, but no. Cynthia, the mother of Sebastian, who leaves her purse in an unlocked BMW on the North Shore and gets robbed and then blames the husband for not locking the car. Oh, she's got to blame everybody else.
Actually.
Except her dumb
Actually, there's one good thing to come out of this, actually, is the rise of the new insult, the Karen.
Oh.
Have you seen this, Benny?
We've done the Karen thing.
I know, but now it's a thing. It's a proper thing. You know how okay boomer was the last big insult from the younger generation to the baby boomers?
No. Well, you know what? One thing I heard in my workplace the other day, and a colleague of mine actually said this to a person she was speaking on the phone,
right,
and had no idea about the whole joke. And we all sat there giggling. We're like, she goes, "Bye, Felicia." And did it with such enthusiasm. All of us on the other side of the office heard it and pissed ourselves.
Oh,
bye, Felicia. Bye, Felicia. And we just lost it. Actually, it was my fiance who I work with.
Nice.
Pointed that one out, and I actually lost it. I thought that was funny.
Oh, that's great.
Then it took us 5 minutes to explain why we laughed at it to said co-worker, who is the most amazing person, has been like employee of the year and all that kind of thing, had no idea. And she goes, "Oh, well, I don't know about that," and then took another call. That's exactly how it worked. But you are right, though. Karen, so many Karens. Now, just moving on, because we're about maybe 30 minutes odd into this podcast already. What am I glad at the moment, and I'll pass this on to you, but I'm going to say, what am I glad about at this point in time under the COVID-19 pandemic? Well, I'm glad to see that shit tickets are now no longer a commodity. Everyone can get the shit tickets that went and bought container loads of this shit, then tried to offload it on eBay.
How good was old mate in South Australia from Drake's supermarket? Did you see that we were locked down? So the managing director of a store of a chain of supermarkets in South Australia called Drake's, right? It's similar to Franklin's or IGA or whatever. Drake's.
Are they expecting to get a lawsuit from the actual rap artist Drake? Aubrey Graham, who played Jimmy on Degrassi The Next Generation.
Didn't he go to jail for drugs?
No, he got shot and put in a wheelchair.
Oh, shit, righto. No, the guy that runs Drake's, the general manager, he does this like newsletter that goes out on Facebook and social media.
Are they in South Australia in a duck shooting area where ducks... Because that would be a poor name to have right about now. Drake's. Anyway, some dude rolled up to the shop where he works, and he basically tried to return all these shit tickets and hand sanitizer. And it was like truckload of it. Yes.
And the dude that basically runs this whole franchise of respected supermarkets got on social media and said, you know what?
Blasted him.
You, and gave him the finger.
Yeah.
And said, we're not taking it back.
Yeah.
And if anyone else wants to try it, that's my answer. And I'm like, I like you, dude. Like, that's how it should be.
I am, you are, we are Australian. Now, listen, I was going to mention something else very quickly there in terms of the Drake thing, and I completely and utterly forgot. Do you know what? I've been locked up for a little while. Well, actually, no. I as I mentioned this earlier, nothing in my life has changed.
No.
And I will say this, I am an essential employee, and yes, there have been precautions, and greater precautions have come into my work since the COVID-19 thing. We get scanned for our temperature on our foreheads now.
Oh.
We get scanned like a police officer is standing there trying to get you on the lidar, they call it, to catch you